And so I haven't showed you the most recent one because I want you to see here what it looked like in 2019 so that we can imagine we're in 2019. We're looking at this graph and we're thinking, you know, what's going to happen next with Bitcoin? Okay, so what does this graph tell you? It tells you that it's going to go up in price, right? Essentially what happens is kind of this price goes above the trend line and below it, then above. It's bouncing above and below when it's heading down. There's a bit of a crash, but then it recovers and comes back. And essentially it's gone from a price of in 2011 from $1 to about $50,000, $60,000. Now that's a 50,000% increase, a 50,000% increase. This is absolutely insane, right? And what does this graph tell you? Well, it says that probably now in 2021, right, that we'd be roughly about 50,000 Bitcoin, kind of in the middle of this box. And that's what the price is. If you go and look at the price of Bitcoin today, it's, you know, between $50,000 and $60,000, right? Jumps around, moves around a lot, but this is proven to be pretty accurate, right? And so where are we today? This is the same information, just made a bit clearer. And so you have the trend line here where we expect the light thin line in the background. That's the trend line, the same stock flow ratio, and you can see kind of the price of Bitcoin is following it. And you can see this is where we are now, kind of in the middle. And so what this is suggesting is that we're going to kind of have a bump over, because it always seems to bump over the trend line and then go back under. So it's looking like we're going to have another bump over. And so that's why there's people predicting a price of $100,000 per Bitcoin, or maybe even higher towards the end of the year. And the long-term trend is up, right? And so, you know, the trend here is up. This is what the signals are telling us. We can't predict the future, but I can tell you that only 1% of the population is using cryptocurrencies. And so there's a massive room for growth here. And essentially this technology is better for the financial system, but it's not just for finance. You can use it in the medical industry. Okay, you can use it in logistics and deliveries. Okay, it's used in gaming. Okay, it's used as a way for artists to sell, right, their art. Okay, you might have heard about these NFTs out there. That's to do with selling art and the rights to your art. Okay, and so there's all sorts of applications that, one, it democratizes, and then it's got more security. Okay, it's more efficient. And so essentially this technology is extremely powerful. And so that's why we're seeing, you know, this overall growth. And while there's hype and then, you know, there's some fear and it drops back down and we kind of go through these cycles, this is normal. It's normal. Okay, and so because the demand in the crypto market is so high, right? I haven't been able to find good sites to buy. I want to be in this industry and I wanted to buy up sites. I wanted to build more sites. And so what I decided to do is, since I can't buy existing sites, which would save me time because I've got a bit of money behind me, because, you know, we're doing well in our business, I had no choice. I had to go build them as quickly as possible instead. And what I found out is I found out a way to automate the vast majority of this. Okay, and so I was able to build these sites extremely quickly, extremely simply, get other people to do them because it's, you know, it's simple to follow. It's just a straightforward process. It's, you know, just a copy and paste kind of website builder, and the way to do the promotion and everything. It's all very simple. And so then we could rinse and repeat it. And we're finding that we're able to build these high value sites in a very short time. So would you like to know how to make these sites using our simple copy and paste model, right? And so this is what it looks like, right? So first of all, we have this website builder, okay? This site builder. It's just essentially copy and paste. It allows you to deploy these sites without any technical knowledge, without having to do code, right, or work out hosting or anything like that. We'll even buy the domain name for you, and we can set it up if you're not too sure, right? Okay, but basically we give you, you know, some steps to follow, right? And then, you know, 20-30 minutes later, you've got your site, you've customized it, you maybe added a logo, you've chosen your name, all that stuff, and you've got your site. Then it's about sending the traffic. Okay, so we have a brand new platform which we use to send the traffic, and then you can profit from this. You could just flip the site, you could just sell it, okay, or you can also profit by recommending many of these up and coming companies involved in the crypto space, right? These are these are companies like worth billions right now, right? Some of them are going on the stock market, some of them are already on the stock market. And because there's so much money and there's this fight to be the market leader early on, is these businesses are just investing so much that they're willing to pay a lot of money to be seen, right? So you can send someone over, they sign up for free, and they'll even pay you for some of these sites, right? Some of them, they pay you $500. And these mini sites, these little mini sites we build, they're really effective. So Warren